Hello and welcome in. My name is Ryan. Today we're going to be discussing H2M. What is H2M and what's the controversy behind H2M? Now, I don't write any scripts, so we're just winging this, but we're just going to have a conversation. Okay, you and I, we're going to have this conversation. And so let's just get right into it. H2M, what is H2M? H2M is a mod client that was being developed by the community to allow players to take their legally owned copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and then use that in conjunction with this mod client to give the player a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer experience. That is the bare bones of what this is, what H2M is. Now, the controversy behind this comes from that players own Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, but then they're playing with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered assets, such as the weapons, maps, sounds, everything that we would experience is actually assets from a different game, right? So this is Activision's intellectual property. And essentially what happens is the players have to own Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, but us using that game, we're getting assets from a completely separate game. So that's where the problem then arises from Activision, okay? Now that's like the first part of the controversy. The second part of the controversy is Activision knew about this client being made. They known about it the whole time. They were aware of it. They seen all the hype and videos and news about this client coming out. And what do? They go on Steam, they discount Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered because they see that there's all this interest in the game and they know that players have to own Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered to play on this client, right? So what do? They put Modern Warfare Remastered on sale so players can go and buy the game because there's all this anticipation of the H2M coming out. So they had the game on sale all the way up until the H2M official launch of the client mod, right? So yesterday, August 15, 2024, Activision sent out the cease and desist to the modders that were creating this client mod for us to use. And they waited all the way up until the evening of the official release. The official release of H2M was set to launch today, Friday, August 16, 2024. The cease and desist went live the evening before. Okay. And they had Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered on sale all the way up until the official release of H2M. So that's where all this controversy is coming from. They pocketed all this money, Activision did. They basically did a bait and switch in a way because they were well aware of this client mod. They weren't taking any action against it. They used all the hype around H2M to drive up sales of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam, had the game on sale, used all the anticipation and hype around the H2M to drive up the sales. Modern Warfare Remastered climbed all the way up into the top 5 of the Steam sale chart. They got all this money from their game. Again, this is their intellectual property. They legally got all the money that they are entitled to because people were buying the game that they do own. But it was to be used with this mod to get a better experience and get a Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer experience. But again, Activision sent out a cease and desist to the client mod to go ahead and just completely just wipe it out of existence. And now we're stuck with players owning Modern Warfare Remastered, okay? And they bought it only to play H2M. You cannot play Modern Warfare Remastered by itself vanilla because of the RCE exploits that exist. There's all these RCE exploits, rat exploits. The game is very unsafe right now to be playing on your PC in the vanilla version. If you try to load up multiplayer, you're going to get your PC hacked. You're going to get RCE exploited. They've known about this for a very long time. And that's where another controversy comes into play, that there's all these exploits that put their users at harm and they've known about this and they're not addressing it. There's no patches. They have not addressed it in any shape, form, or fashion, but they are well aware of this issue. You go on Steam, look at the reviews. You can find all kinds of reviews talking about how there's all these exploits that are very dangerous. RCE exploit is a remote code executable. It basically allows a user to take full access of the end user's PC, which would be you in this case, connecting to their online servers and playing Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, they know about this. They've known about it. They're not addressing it. They still are selling the game at full price for you to get your PC hacked. Now, how is that legal? I don't think that's legal. You know, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but come on, man. You cannot be selling a product that you are well aware of with all these exploits that can cause serious harm to the individuals that are buying and supporting your product. Like, how is this legal? How are they still selling these games for full price, yet alone even selling them at any price when there's all these exploits that are known? You go on Reddit, you go on Steam, you can see everywhere you go that this is a well-known issue. It's been a well-known issue. It's not being addressed. They haven't addressed it in any sense of form or fashion, like I said. So that's where this whole controversy begins and basically ends. Like, there should be something being done about this, and they're not doing nothing about it. The reason that the H2M was pulled again is because the players are actually using assets from Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, even if they don't own the game. So they're taking assets out of a completely different game and putting it into a whole nother game, being Modern Warfare Remastered, which again, that's where the controversy arises, because players do have to own Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, but we are getting assets from a completely separate game in which players don't technically have to own. So that's where the whole controversy began. Again, this is just super shitty. It's super unfortunate that this even happened. You know, we look at other developers like Bethesda that allow their community to take their assets, that, you know, take their intellectual property that Bethesda owns and then mod it to give a better experience to players in which way they see fit. You know, look at companies like Bethesda, like I just said. That is how companies should be, in my opinion. You know, if we're taking the intellectual property and then making mods for it to give the players a better experience, to prolong the game, to, you know, basically even create more hype about the game in a sense. Like, you look at that, like Skyrim, it's one of the best selling games known to man. Like, you have all these mods, and the community loves Skyrim. They love Bethesda because Bethesda's point that they take on the modding community. They're so very supportive of it. You know, they endorse it. Activision, on the other hand, they don't want nothing to do with mods. You know, it's one thing to mod the game and then hurt the community in a way where, like, you're modding the game, you're creating aim bots and, you know, lag spikes, whatever the case is. I see the issue with that. I completely stand by any developer that has an issue with people taking their intellectual property, modding it, and then creating the outcome of a worse player experience for the community because of these mods ruining the online experience, right? But that's not the case here. That's not the case. That's where there's all this controversy. It's just like, literally, we're taking a game that we own, and then, I mean, yeah, we're taking assets from another game, but they're not selling this mod tool to the community. You know, it's a whole nother beast when you take someone's intellectual property and then you try to sell it as your own. Like, that's a huge no-no. That's where, you know, I completely agree with the publishers and their legal cases here, right? They're completely legal to go ahead and send out cease and desist for things like that. But the simple matter is, you know, this was just a community funded project, completely free, was going to be an awesome thing for the community to have, you know, and I think Activision's looking at it as they're losing out on money because maybe one day they want to make a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered experience, but because this free experience was coming out for players, They look at it as a threat to their pockets, you know, their dollars. Like, we have Black Ops 6 about to come out. You know, maybe in their eyes they're thinking, well, Black Ops 6 is about to come out. Now we have this Modern Warfare 2 remastered coming out that's not even officially released by us. You know, what's this going to do to ourselves and our pockets when Black Ops 6 is set to release in a few months? You know? So honestly, there's really no resolution at this point to this. I think the only thing players are able to do is get on Steam and refund their Call of Duty Modern Warfare remaster that they purchased in anticipation for the H2M. Again, you can't play Modern Warfare Remastered vanilla because of all of the exploits that are out there right now. And again, Activision has not said anything or acknowledged these exploits when they're well aware of them. That's the whole controversy behind this, guys. So, you know, honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I was looking super forward to playing the H2M and reliving Modern Warfare 2 in a safe environment and it being on a new engine and, you know, getting to experience that. I think it's such a shame that we have communities, that we have this community of modders that put their heart and soul into these projects and, you know, want to prolong the life of these games that we've grown to love over the years. And for it to just end like this, it's super sad. You know, it sucks. But, you know, that's essentially everything that's going on with this cease and desist for H2M. Again, I didn't have no scripted video for this, so I'm kind of all over the place. But, you know, that's how my videos go. I don't script anything. I always just talk from the top of my head and hope for the best. So hopefully this video catches you up to speed with what's going on with H2M and why it's so important going forward with the community here. So, all right, guys, that's all I have to say. As always, peace and prosper, much love. We'll be catching you on the next video. Bye.